Do you know that the average person spends about 2 hours a day overthinking? That's 730 hours a year, almost a whole month, lost to spiraling thoughts. But here's the wild part. Overthinking can hijack your brain in just 5 seconds. Stick around to see how. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into something we've all done at some point. Overthinking. You know, that moment when your brain takes a simple decision, like what to eat for lunch, and turns it into a mental marathon. Overthinking is so common, it's practically a universal experience. We do it when we're picking out an outfit, replaying a conversation, or wondering if we locked the door. But what's crazy is how fast it happens. In just 5 seconds, your mind can go from calm to chaos. So let's break it down. What does overthinking really look like in that tiny window of time? By the end of this, you'll see how those 5 seconds can feel like an eternity and what we can do about it. Overthinking might sound harmless, like, okay, I'm just thinking a little bit too much, right? But it's a bigger deal than that. In those 5 seconds, your brain can spiral into some pretty rough territory. Picture this. You are about to send a text. It's simple. Maybe just, hey, you free tonight? But then overthinking kicks in. Wait, does that sound too pushy? What if they don't reply? Maybe I should reword it? Or not send it at all? Boom! 5 seconds, you're already stressed. That's the challenge. Overthinking doesn't just waste time. It fuels anxiety, paralyzes decision making, and piles on stress. Studies show it's linked to higher cortisol levels, that stress hormone that leaves you feeling jittery on the edge. And the worst part is sneaky. You don't even realize you're doing it until you're stuck in this loop, second guessing everything. Whether it's a work email, a social invite, or even what to watch on Netflix. Overthinking takes a split-second thought and turns it into a mental tug of war. It's exhausting, and it's why we need to zoom in on how it actually plays out. So let's explore how overthinking unfolds in those 5 seconds across different scenarios. First up, decision making. Say you are at a coffee shop and the barista asks, what it will be? 1 second, oh, latte sounds good. In 2 seconds, but wait, didn't I just have coffee yesterday? In 3 seconds, maybe a tea instead. Oh, but which one? In 4 seconds, what if I hate it and waste $5? In 5 seconds, okay, just pick something. And now you're sweating. Holding up the line. That's overthinking in action. 5 seconds of pure chaos over a $5 drink. Then there's the social scenario. You say something in a group chat like, that movie was wild. In 1 second, in your head, like, cool, they'll like it. In 2 seconds, wait, did that sound dumb? In 3 seconds, what if they think I'm weird? In 4 seconds, should I delete it? In 5 seconds, too late. They're typing, oh no. Your brain's now a detective, analyzing every possible reaction. And don't get me started on late night overthinking. You're lying in bed. In 1 second, did I lock the door? In 2 seconds? I think so. But what if I didn't? In 3 seconds? What if someone breaks in? In 4 seconds? I would have to call 911. Where's my phone? In 5 seconds? I'm never sleeping again. 5 seconds, and you've gone from cozy to catastrophe. These examples hit home because we've all been there. Overthinking sneaks into the smallest moments and blows them way out of proportion. But here is the game changer. The moment you've been waiting for. Overthinking doesn't have to own you in those 5 seconds. The secret? It's called the pause and name trick. When you catch yourself spiraling, pause just for a bit and name what's happening. Literally, say to yourself, I'm overthinking this coffee order, or I'm overthinking that text. Why does this work? Because naming it pulls you out of the spiral and puts you back in control. Neuroscience backs this up. Labeling an emotion activates your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, and calms the amygdala, the panic button that's freaking out. Try it next time. Let's say you're about to overthink a work email. In 1 second, did I sound too formal? In 2 seconds, pause. I'm overthinking this. In 3 seconds, it's just an email. In 4 seconds, send it. In 5 seconds, done. See that? You just cut the spiral short. It's not about stopping thoughts altogether. That's impossible. But about catching them before they run wild. This tiny shift can turn 5 seconds of chaos into 5 seconds of clarity. And it's a tool you can use anywhere, anytime. So let's wrap this up. Overthinking is that light, fast mental trap that turns 5 seconds into a whirlwind of doubt, stress, and indecision. We've seen how it shows up, whether it's agonizing over a coffee order, second guessing a text, or imagining worst case scenarios at 2 a.m. But what's the big takeaway? You don't have to let it run the show. By understanding how overthinking works and using something like pause and name trick, you can take those 5 seconds and a lot more. It's about breaking the cycle, making clearer decisions, and giving your brain a break. Next time you catch yourself spiraling, remember, it's just 5 seconds. You've got this. Thanks for watching. Have you ever caught yourself overthinking in 5 seconds? Drop your story in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And if you want more ways to tame that busy brain, check out our video on mindfulness techniques right here. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.